Yesterday, Urban Meyer, legendary coach, now working at Fox as an analyst, had the following to say about Clemson and its quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, heading into the season. Quote, I think Dabo Swinney, as long as he can keep that team together, the quarterback is the best quarterback in college football ever. Now, there's some hyperbole in that. I didn't see if he said it with a smile, but it's not something that I think is all that outlandish, or is it? And for that, we turn to Mr. Finebaum. Is Trevor Lawrence the greatest college football quarterback ever?
Wow, Urban Meyer saying something that's not true. That's absolutely preposterous, Greeny. There's no way you can make that statement after 1 year. We've had a million quarterbacks who have had a singular year. I think Trevor Lawrence could be trending that way, but for Urban Meyer to go ahead and declare him the greatest of all time after one season, which he didn't even start until the fifth game, is ridiculous.
How good, but that's before we ask you each to tell us what you think of the kid. How good do you think he can be?
Listen, the proper thing to say is he could be one of the greatest ever, if not the greatest, but not yet.
What do you guys think?
I think he had the greatest freshman season of any quarterback. If you look what he did coming in and unseating Alabama, he played absolutely terrific. Like Paul said, we want to jump so quickly to say the guy's the greatest after 1 year. He's trending in that direction, but I played against Vince Young in 2005. Somehow he didn't win the Heisman Trophy, but he carried that Texas team and beat one of the great USC teams of all time. So there's a lot of guys who've had great singular seasons at the quarterback position.
Can I take a quick drink of water?
Please do. Please do. Take a drink.
I know Urban Meyer's in the media, but I mean, he is off to just a fantastic start with that type of listen.
Man.
How about Cam Newton? Cam Newton came in 1 year, was maybe the greatest force that we've seen in college football in that one season, paired up with Gus Malzahn running that offense. So to come out and say that Trevor Lawrence is the greatest season?
Well, he said he's the best quarterback in college football ever.
He really said that, Paul.
Well,
the best ever.
Listen, he'll be hosting a debate show pretty soon at that rate.
Listen, okay, so you're going to say, I was going to ask you these, so you jumped the gun on me, but let's do it. You would say for one season, because that's all we've seen from Trevor Lawrence, the best season you ever saw a college quarterback have was Cam.
I thought Cam was just phenomenal. I mean, listen, we've never seen an athlete like Cam Newton at quarterback. And again, when you pair with that system that Gus Malzahn ran, which was just totally unconventional, Cam was amazing that 1 year.
He did do something, if I'm not mistaken, is he the only guy ever to win the Heisman, be the first pick, and win the national championship in the same year? Do I have that right?
I think so.
I think he is the only guy to do that.
By the way, is Urban Meyer forgetting his greatest player ever,
Who was
Tebow? I mean, Tim Tebow, I've always argued, is the best college quarterback I've ever seen. I guess Urban missed that during the 4 years in Florida.
Do people forget now, because he didn't have the success on the next level, just how good a college player Tebow was?
He was spectacular. I mean, he willed his team to win, which I think does play a role. And again, we've already acknowledged Trevor Lawrence, but yeah, I think Urban Meyer is just desperately trying to make news, to show that he is worthy of being an analyst. I'm not going to sit here and say he's going to be a terrible analyst, although I've already seen his work at ESPN.
Okay. All right. We're off to quite a start. Who was the best quarterback you ever saw?
Mine is Vince Young in 2005. I remember watching this guy walk out there, and before Cam Newton, there was Vince Young. Yeah. And maybe he didn't have the NFL career like Tim Tebow, but I remember when he got the ball at the end of that USC game in the national championship, you knew it was over because they could not bring him down to the ground. He was too big, too strong. Phenomenal senior season.
All right.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, highlights, and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.